So this is just a friendly disclaimer.
The arguments that you are about to see presented in this video do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of those who state them.
This disclaimer may not be removed from the video without the express consent of the producers.
Well, so sit back and enjoy it. Okay, start over.
God damn it.
Let's use it. I like
Okay.
Good job, Alex.
Hello and welcome to the Domino Effect. I am your host, Dom Rigney. To my right here is Ashton Robinson, my co-host. Across from me we have Jake, the GOP nominee of the night.
Hello, people of America.
Here joining us via Skype, we have Alex, our Democratic nominee. And to provide a nice, unbiased opinion, we have Josh, our independent view of the night. Alright, so for our first topic of the night, we will be talking about green energy. Now, for whatever reason, nobody can agree on this, so...
Because Obama's a hack.
We're not starting with you yet. We are going to turn it over to Alex for the Democratic opinion.
Thank you, Don. Alright, well, let me first start out by saying that President Obama knows we can't just drill our way to lower gas prices. We definitely have to remove our dependence on foreign oil. So, already the President has increased domestic oil production. It's been in an 8-year high, and our dependence on foreign oil has been in a 16-year low. So, it is my belief that we should really be focusing on biofuel, solar, wind, and not quite hydrofracking. That is another huge point I'd like to bring up. Hydrofracking has been known to contaminate civilian water aquifers and water sources. So, I'm going to throw that over to Jake, see what he has for the total opposite argument.
Well, I think I just need to throw out one point to you, Dom. What moves your car? Gas. What heats your house? Gas. I don't think wind is going to heat your house. It's going to make it colder. That's just common sense.
Not at all.
I think it's what wind makes you hot, sir? I think wind makes you cold. And the sun ain't going to push your car. That's just silly.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
Alex, do you have anything you want to add on to what Jake said?
Just like how ignorant the opposition is. I mean, really, we just want to go for clean energy, and even if we're not the main contribution to global energy crisis and the global warming, this is still a huge step in the right direction for having sustainable energy for thousands of years for all of mankind. Back to you, Don.
Wait,
All
did
right.
he call me stupid?
But
We're going to hurry on to the second issue here before this turns into a fight. Our second issue here is kind of a big one. It's currently going on in almost every state in the country. We are talking about gay marriage. For this, I am going to start it off with Jake. So go ahead.
I have to say that I'm against the gay marriage because it's against the Bible. And I make it a point, Americans, to live my every waking minute by the Bible. That is why I never eat apples and I never drink water. Instead, I drink wine because that's how Jesus wanted.
I have to say that is completely ridiculous.
Well, I'd have to say you're completely ridiculous,
There's a
sir.
separation
All right,
between
all
church
right.
and state here. You should probably abide by that. That's the law of the land.
Well, maybe you should ask the Pope
I
about that
agree.
one.
State separation of church and state. That is one of the founding principles in this country.
All right, well,
Even in the Constitution.
that is a completely different discussion here. We were talking about gay marriage last time I checked. So, Alex, go ahead and share your opinion on it.
Okay. Well, to get rid of the religious slant that we just had here, it's not really all about you. It's about marriage, and really what that means is everyone should have their equal opportunity to bond in holy matrimony. Perhaps not even holy matrimony. I mean, this is not a religious thing necessarily. It's just a civil union, as the state points out. As for the fall of DOMA in June, in June, it was a really huge step in the right direction. We now kind of have a bigger in the right direction here for getting everyone their equality. It's not exactly as big as the civil rights movement of the 1960s, but it definitely is a legendary step in the right direction for civil rights.
All right. Jake, anything you want to add on to this?
Why do you gotta make it a racial thing by bringing up the civil rights movement, sir?
I wasn't trying to make up a racial...
I think you're offending our co-host.
I do not think we are trying to make this a racial argument here.
No.
So, we're going to move on to the next topic here.
All right, fellas, our next topic is abortion. We are going to give the floor to Senator Kidd. Senator Kidd, what are your feelings on this topic?
So, Dom and Ashton, Democrats generally believe that it is a pro-choice thing, as most would coin it, as opposed to pro-life, which really goes borderline religion, as opposed to when life actually starts. But really, it's the woman's choice. That's what the Democratic platform believes right now. And I think Obama and future presidents are they're done on that, so to speak. Also, Roe v. Wade, for the 1973 Supreme Court ruling, stated that indeed it is okay for women to have control of their bodies and to choose whether the infants can be eradicated. I believe after the second trimester, if I'm not mistaken, the first 6 months. But that, anyone else would like to jump in? No?
All right, Mr. Wales, your rebuttal?
Well, I'd have to say one thing. Yes, that is against the pro-life agenda of the Republicans, but I'd also have to point out that if we were to allow abortions, then what would happen to the show Teen Mom? And I'm sorry, but I believe we rule that corporations are people too. And we'd be cutting out from a lot of revenue from the corporation that runs that show. And would you want your selfish needs to interfere with that company's revenue and hurt all those people, maybe put them out of a job? I don't think you want that on your conscience.
Did you just say that corporations are people too?
They are people too.
Corporations are not people. Corporations are made up of people.
It was ruled, sir, that they are people too.
Let's keep this moving along here. Alex, you have the last say in this.
Why does he get the last say in this?
He said he got first say. He also gets last say. We'll
Well,
continue on. Alex, go ahead.
So essentially, we are not a fundamentalist group.
Due to technical difficulties, we have lost Senator Kidd's visual, but we still have an audio feed for him. Our next conversation topic is the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. Mr. Wales, do you have any sentiments on that you'd like to share with us tonight?
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Obamacare.
Oh, that piece of legislation that Obama pulled out of the nether regions and shouldn't even be allowed in this country?
Kind of.
Yeah. Osama care? Yeah, no. No. Just no.
Okay.
Democrat, what do you have to say?
Well, thank you for the little insult, a little jab you got there and not in me. But,
You are welcome.
As Democrats, we generally believe that healthcare is going to be a step in the right direction. Kind of a general well-being of this nation needs some basis for a longevity and a better quality of life for all. And so, by kind of taking that out of the hands of the employers, we can kind of ensure everyone, even those unemployed, will have some sort of insurance. And millions of adults have said to have benefited from Obamacare since 63 million of seniors have saved $6.1 billion in prescription drug costs. And children are saving. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Okay. And children are also going to benefit from that as this plan is continued throughout the future. However, there has been kind of a bit of a rejection by some Democrats because they do believe that it's too costly, I guess, for the average working class American, as Obama has kind of targeted in his speeches and his campaign. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here, but generally it seems to be in the right direction.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kidd. Our next topic will... No.
I'm sorry, I don't get a final say. He got a final say last time. You're skipping over me. I think
My
this...
apologies, Mr. Wales. Please give us your ignorant comment.
Where's my 3 minutes,
Yes, sir. I'm believing that this socialist show has a liberal agenda. But what I need to get to the people is Obama made Obamacare. I don't like Obama. I don't like Obamacare. End of discussion.
Why?
You don't get it? No, see, I didn't get a last comment last time.
Our very last subject on the KA here would be gun rights. Senator Kidd, do you think you could give us a Democratic perspective on that?
Well, given the tremendous amount of shootings publicized by the media in the past couple of years, really, we can go back as far as the Aurora, Colorado shootings, Sandy Hook, and all of those tragedies, and Democrats believe it wouldn't do the families justice of the general population to have guns still out and in the general public. We really should be limiting those even further. Yes, we do still have gun licenses and such, but we really need the feds to step up and give more protection to the people. Really, that's what government is about, basically, mainline. And then really curved down, hopefully, but there's always going to be that the gangs and the criminals will always they won't care about the law, and they will always try to get the guns. So there's obviously not all that much we can do at that end, but certainly we can help police enforcement as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kidd. Next, we take you to Mr. Wills.
I'm just going to say that, Mr. Kidd, your piece of legislation is going to look real purty when I put a hole in it.
Oh, okay.
That's
Drop the gloves right there.
it's going to defend you real good.
Okay.
No, what I'm trying to say is that we'll somehow curve the legislation, that the amount of attacks, really, and hopefully it'll only isolate it to pockets of the globe that are really in a really bad condition, and then we just from there kind of improve with the welfare in those cities like Detroit, Chicago, and we just keep at it and just kind of isolate, and eventually we will be able to eliminate that threat.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kidd. Unfortunately, viewers, that's all we have time for tonight. But you can tune in tomorrow evening for another exciting viewing of The Domino Effect. Don't forget to vote for your presidential candidates, being Mr. Kidd, the senator from Kentucky, and Mr. Wells over here.
Hey, hold up, because people, I want to filibuster this vote, because I believe that it is my right as a Republican congressman in this fine establishment of a country that I can filibuster any vote that I do not want to pass, and that...
Good night, everybody. Good night.
No, you cannot cut me off, because I am going to filibuster this vote, and what's going...